Hey everyone, sorry it's been a minute since hunting season. Been kind of busy trying to get things all wrapped up with harvest and stuff, and kind of switched our hours up at work now, so now I get a 3-day weekend. We're going to work 4 10s during the week, so now I get Friday, Saturday, Sunday off, so that means I get to spend more time hunting now. So, but today, it's kind of in the mix of stuff. December muzzleloader's already kicked off. Today's the 4th, but haven't shot my muzzleloader, so Dad and I came down to the river. He wanted to shoot one of his rifles he hasn't shot in a long time, so I shot the muzzleloader. So, but I figured also while I was down here, I still have my 2 cams up, so I figured I would switch cards out in my cams, and that is not how I left that one. So let's get these 2 changed quick. Okay, so I ended up, the batteries were dead in my left-hand camera there. So I ended up having to run back to the pickup, and I had my spare in the back seat, and I just went ahead and I didn't have any extra batteries, but that camera is set up for just pictures only, not pictures and video, so I went ahead and just switched them out. But so yeah, I'm gonna head home now and clean my muzzle loader back up after shooting it, and we'll see what's on these cards, and I'll fill you guys in what's been going on.
Hey everyone, it's the day after Christmas here, so Merry Christmas. Haven't had a whole lot of time to do anything here lately. Had a lot of intentions on doing a lot more muzzleloader hunting this December, since you saw me. I got the muzzleloader up and going, the old Thompson Center. But situations happen, things have happened, and I haven't even had a chance to go out and muzzleloader hunt. Yes, I love hunting, but kind of got a big problem here. I started total remodel on the basement in my house, and I found a major problem in the corner that'd be directly under the kitchen. I'll talk about that in a different video, but so yeah, from what you guys saw, Dad had a model, his Winchester Model 94 lever action 30-30. It's kind of a commemorative edition rifle. It's not one that he shoots that often. I don't know when the last time he shot it was. He tried to deer hunt with it 2 years ago, and had some technical difficulties with it, but that was I ended up getting a deer that morning anyway, so he never even took it back out again. But I told him I was going to go down and shoot I needed to get the Thompson Center up and going, and he's like, "Oh, okay, I'll come down, I'll bring the 30-30 with." And he goes, I want to shoot it. So you got some pictures there of Papa Bear shooting his 30-30, and he had fun doing it. Every now and then you just got to take time and go shoot guns with your dad, and I had a blast doing it. We don't actually get out and shoot like we used to, and he keeps saying, "Oh, hey, we need to go out and shoot more blue rock," which I concur. He wants to go pheasant hunting fall of 2021. I've never been pheasant hunting. That is on my list of things to do. And yeah, first we need to practice up a little bit more. I used to be really, really good at shooting blue rock, so need to practice up a little bit. And like I've always said, practice makes perfect. So we're gonna do that. So then, yeah, he just shot probably, and I didn't get all the shots, but he probably only shot 5 rounds, maybe 6, out of this 30-30 into a tree there along the berm down at the river. And Old Papa Bear still has it. He had a pretty good pattern down there on that tree. So, and on that tree, actually, I sprayed. I had a can of safety orange spray paint for that you use for marking like concrete and stuff, and I sprayed that a big X on that tree, and I didn't take a picture of it or nothing, but he had a pretty good pattern inside of that. So, and then I shot my Thompson Center muzzleloader impact, 50 caliber. It's like I bought this gun, I've never used it, and so he didn't get a video of it, but Dad was running the camera, and he's like, the first one you better shoot off your hip. It's like, why? He goes, well, would you rather have the muzzleloader blow up in your face or off your hip, if in case something happens? It's like, good point. So I shot one off the hip. I probably shot 3, maybe 4 rounds at the most. I don't remember. That was the beginning of the month. But anyways, surprisingly, it didn't have a lot of kick. I'm using Pyrodex pellets and just instead of paper wadding, I'm using Sabots and a 200 grain bullet. And it was, it's actually a really, really fun gun to shoot, except for the big old blast of black powder smoke. And then, of course, I'm using what they call smokeless Pyrodex pellets, but it still kicks off some kind of smoke. So fill your face full of that, so you don't actually see what you hit right off the bat. But I need to do a little fine tuning on it. I did a video of me standing there at the front, or standing up, and then I knelt down for the next one to get a little bit finer. I think my scope is off just a little bit. It supposedly was factory set at 100 yards, but I'm going to drop it off to a buddy who's good at. He's set up for sighting in rifles, and he'll just stick a bore scope off it and bounce it off a neighbor's shed that's 100 yards away, and he'll sight it to that, and then you guys have seen where I hunt. I'm not going to get a 100-yard shot down at the river. We'll have to do a little bit more fine tuning in the future if I plan on, if I do any kind of longer distance shot than that. It's going to be with a regular rifle anyways. But anyways, so I had fun shooting it. Then I went in and checked out some cams, and I'm actually need to go take my cams down. I'll probably do that tomorrow. But anyways, there's a couple other things here I wanted to talk to you guys about. Very disconcerting to me. You know how I preach safety, hunter safety. There's been I've read a lot of news articles this December, and it just baffles me the amount of hunting accidents. And I'm not talking just somebody falling out of a tree stand or tripping and breaking a leg. I'm talking about another hunter killing another hunter because he mistook them for a deer. And there's 2 articles I want to talk about that really, I don't know why these happened, but the first one was in Minnesota, and the second one was in Ohio. The first one, and both of these stories have the same thing in common. They were both happened during illegal shooting light, and both victims were not wearing blaze orange. They both happened during some sort of firearm hunt. I know Minnesota, I think, has a shotgun season. I can't answer on a firearm season. If there's anybody from Minnesota, maybe you can leave a comment on your guys' seasons. But the second one was in Ohio, and a 65-year-old dad shot his 28-year-old son. It was during illegal shooting light again. And his son wasn't wearing blaze orange, and they were push hunting. And for those of you that don't know what push hunting is when you get a group of people, maybe say 4 guys will push a timber, and that will push the deer. They're trying to push it funnel them towards another location, maybe where you have 2 guys sitting on the opposite end of the timber and push them towards them, and then they'll shoot the deer as they come. I'm not a believer in that. That is very unsafe, and for some reason, and I know this was a rifle firearm. You know, firearms classified as muzzleloader, shotgun, high-powered rifle, handguns, anything that uses a powder projectile or a powder source. That's firearm. So I know in Ohio, and it's December. Both these accidents happened in December, so there's no daylight savings time. It's dark. 5:45. Trust me, I drive home in the dark every night. 5:45. It is dark. And what I classify as, and I'm going to say the majority of the states have a law that, for hunting light, it is 30 minutes before sun up, whatever the time. They say 7:30. Say sun comes up at 7:30. Your legal light is at 7. There's 30 minutes before that sun peaks up over the horizon. And I'm going to say that is about the time you can just see out of your scope. If you can't see or you can't visualize something, that is not. If you cannot make out what you're trying to shoot, that is not legal shooting light. Same with when the sun goes down. When the sun goes down past the horizon, you got 30 minutes. And trust me, by the time that 30 minutes is up, it is black. Like standing in a closet kind of black. I mean, you can't see through scope, you can't see through your sights. If you cannot see what you're trying to shoot, that is illegal shooting light. And here's the other thing with both these accidents, and I'll talk about the one here in Minnesota in a second. The son was walking through a brush thicket, 5:45 at night, not wearing a vest. The reason you're supposed to wear a blaze orange, deer are colorblind. They don't care what you wear. Hunters back in the 50s, 60s, 70s used to wear plaid, for Pete's sakes. I mean, they don't care. It's so other hunters know where you're at. That is a law if you are firearm hunting. And the reason, and if you're going to ask here, well, why don't bow hunters wear it? If you're like here in Nebraska, if your bow season carries through your firearm season, the bow hunter is supposed to wear blaze orange too, just so other hunters know where you're hunting. And the reason they do it during firearm season is because you're not going to get a 100-yard shot. If you do, you're lucky with a bow. During firearm season, you have high-powered rifles. You have probably triple the amount of hunters out there hunting with a gun versus bow hunters. It's a safety factor. They're looking through them high-power scopes. Oh, they see orange. Can't shoot that way. I do not know why this 28-year-old man was not wearing a vest, walking through the brush in the dark. His dad's just his equal fault. It was dark out. He admitted it was dark. He heard a noise. He thought it was a deer. He pointed. He shot. He killed his son. My wife thinks that maybe he should have been charged with manslaughter or some kind of negligent homicide. I don't know. I don't know what to tell you on that one. They didn't the state, whatever, didn't press charges against him. He killed his son. That's bad enough. He knew he broke the law too. He admitted that. He said he thought it was a deer. He pointed, he shot. It was his son. He took his son's life. He's going to have to live with that the rest of his life. I don't know what, I really don't know what to tell you. All I know is that is the worst case scenario, especially when it is your own child. I could not fathom that. That's why I don't like push hunting. Minnesota one, kind of the same deal, but it was in the morning. Guy was sitting in a tree stand. It was not legal shooting light yet. Somebody goes walk. I don't know if he was a bow hunter. I will find the articles and I will put a link in the description below for you guys to, so you can read the articles, and get the correct facts. This is just second person here, but all I know is that the gentleman that shot and killed and they were not related. I don't know if it was public ground, private ground. I don't remember if they stated, but he was walking through a thicket too. He wasn't wearing orange, and the guy thought it was a deer, and he pointed and shot. Hold on a second, I'll be right back. Okay, I'm back. Sorry about that. So yeah, I don't know what to tell you. That's also another reason I hunt private ground, is because I want to know who's all there. Now here's the biggest problem with my area. I know who's in my timber. It's just me or my dad or my wife. The problem is that the neighboring farm that we butt up against we kind of share the same timber. Sorry, I have a child in the background making a lot of noise. Anyways, he rents it out. And not just to, there's only one other deer hunter in there, and I've actually become friends with this guy. Very nice guy. He's an avid hunter just like me. But our neighbor, we used to farm this farm too. He also lets every Tom, Dick, and Harry in there to duck hunt too. So we don't know who's out on the river duck hunting. And trust me, those duck hunters zoom in and out through the timber and with their pickups all freaking day long, and that might be part of the reason that I didn't have very good luck, because the duck hunters in and out of there driving like crazy people, spook the deer off. I don't know, but anyways, so I can't believe, I never heard any charges on the man in Minnesota. He knew he was in the wrong. He didn't know what he was shooting at. He pointed, he shot. Took somebody's life. I cannot, and for the life of me, I don't know why these people weren't wearing orange. That is the very first thing I do when I get out of the truck. I put my jacket on, then I put my orange vest on. I don't know. The only two people that knew why they weren't wearing orange were the two victims. So I don't know. Okay, so I got a co-narrator here now. You say hi to the camera, Savannah. It's my baby girl, Savannah. Anyway, so one more. You want your mom? One more quick story I heard out of Ohio. Yeah, say hi. Just a week ago, where 3 poachers were a game warden was investigating them. They were out in the field, and they turned around and they shot the game warden, and then they hightailed it out of there. That's low. I mean, you guys are doing something illegal, and that's the same as a criminal shooting a cop. They arrested the 3 guys, but they I couldn't believe that when I read that story, and these guys looked like 3 bums too. I mean, I just can't believe it. I'll see if I can't find a link. The deputy game warden is going to make it. It didn't kill him, but they got him pretty good, of course. I mean, last I knew, he was still in the hospital. That was as of the beginning of this week, but he did survive. So, prayers to him and his family. He's going to pull through, and that's just unbelievable. But anyways, those are just 3 things I've heard from this month, and I'll try to find a link to all 3 of those articles. And yeah, I don't know much else, guys. I'll keep you posted here. Like I said, it's a lot been going on, especially with this house remodel. So I'm going to try to do what I can. Maybe we'll try to get out and do some coyote hunting this winter. I doubt I'm going to make it out anymore this year to deer hunt. I don't think I'll be able to do a January antlerless. Just too much going on. So please don't forget, if you like the video, go ahead and click that thumbs up. And if you are new to the channel, please click the subscribe. I'll put more links to videos in the description. Also, I have a Facebook page. Please go find it, The Hunt with Heath. And also, I'm on Instagram too. Maybe I'll try to put those links in the description too. So anyways, guys, hope you all had a Merry Christmas. And yeah, you tell them, baby. And then have a happy new year too. Thank you.